Hi guys. So I made a video a couple of days ago. I think it's been over a week because I've been so busy. About your profile pic. Is there something weird? I just got a new computer, so it's dark. It's early. It's dark, and I told you guys you should never have white light behind you. There's a reason why. So let me move you guys around. I think that'll work because my blinds are closed. Okay, so we're talking about. I'm gonna have a double chin. I don't care. Okay, we're talking about profile content now. So I made a video a couple of days ago that had um, I talked about your profile picture and how to take your profile picture. So if you haven't seen that yet, I need to move this a little more. If you haven't seen that yet, you need to go check that out because I think it's a good video. I don't know. I haven't watched it, so I might go back and redo it. I'm a perfectionist. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the content that is in your profile pic or your profile. And these are profiles for SLS and VetLife. So, so in New Mexico, SLS, which is where I'm in New Mexico, New Mexico, SLS and VetLife are our biggest platforms for alternative lifestyle. And so that's what we use, but you can definitely use this stuff for Cassidy or the Velvet Rope, the Velvet Room. Somebody sold something, the gold bathtub, I don't know. Anyways, so basically what you have to have, so a lot of people, I go through a lot of profiles, Facebook, whatever. And the biggest thing that I see is lack of content. I think that a lot of people when they create a profile, they're just trying to get through it, especially if they're trying to meet people. They're just trying to get through it as fast as humanly possible so they can start looking at other people's profiles. Now, it's good to get online, but nobody, very rarely do people go back and edit those profiles that they set up originally. And that's where a lot of people are getting stuck because they never go back and edit those profiles. You really should be editing your profiles every 2 to 3 months and adding new content to them. Um, Different things, just jazz it up a little bit. Just like your pictures should be updated. Your profile information should be updated. Update things that you try, put dates in it. We do this on the website when we update our bulletin board. We put, the last time that it was updated, so that way people know that we're active. It's going to show activity. On SLS, when you sign in, Swing Lifestyle, when you sign in, it shows the last date that you signed on. But that could just be to read emails. That's why I really like putting dates on things because then people see when you're active on FetLife, which is one of the main reasons why like FetLife over all of the other alternative websites is it shows if you do like if you act sorry if you like a picture or you do a writing or you like somebody's writing or something, then it shows up on your activity feed, which I think is a really big plus because it tells you, if somebody's been active 2 hours ago or 3 hours ago or 3 days ago or 300 days ago. The other thing that I like about FetLife is if there's accounts that don't have any type of activity and they seem like they're dead accounts, FetLife deletes them. They have an algorithm or something and they delete them. So you have a lot of profiles that are older because they were very active. Because I had this discussion with one of the FetLife people. If you have a very active um, page in the very, very beginning, then they keep it up. But if it's just this page that nothing has ever happened to and there's never been any activity, they try to go through and they try to delete those pages. I don't think SLS does that. I think they have. I've had people that matched up with me on SLS, and their last everything was like created in 2006, which is an insanely probably not that long ago. I don't know how long SLS has been. But so you want to have that activity on your website, but it's not your, it's a website. Um, on your profile. Your profile, I always, my puppy is right here. I always tell people that, that's why he's distracting me. I always tell people that your profiles are like a website or a business card. You want to have um, a lot of information on them, as much as information as you can put on them, because you're advertising yourself. That's all a profile is. It's an advertisement of yourself. And I think it's real imperative to have profiles on point. Um, he's mad because I'm not petting his belly. Like this dog. So what do you need in your profile? Well, we already talked. We already talked about your profile picture in the other video. You got to have a good avatar. The avatar is the little picture right next to your name or your handle. You have to have a good avatar. I tell people that the avatar should be of you. On Wonderland, our avatar changes constantly per event because we want people to see the next event that's coming up, and that's why we always make the avatar the next event that's coming up. But you really want to have your avatar get renewed every single time that you renew a picture. You want it always changing because activity is life. And that's just everything. If you want to if you want to stay healthy, you have to stay active. You have to eat right. It's a profile is just like a body. You have to feed it. You have to take care of it and nurture it. So always update your profile. That's like the biggest thing that people do not do. They don't update their profiles. So you want it to be active. You want it to stay active, and the more active that you are on these websites as well, the more your name will pop up too, because it's just like a website. The more people go to your Google website, the more it will pop up in highly recommended, or the next person that viewed you or whatever. And on most of the my guy, on most of the websites, when you don't have a picture, you get kind of smushed to the back of the avatar. So if you don't have an avatar on SLS, um, you're actually limited on who sees you because they know that those pictures are important. So make sure that you put a picture on, because your profile on SLS will very rarely be seen if you don't have a picture, because they go in the back. Um, so make sure that you put a picture, because that's very, very important. Um, I always recommend just putting a person picture. I don't recommend like those things and stuff that people do, but if that's what you want to do, that's all on you. But I recommend actually putting your picture in your profile. Now, you don't have to do a face pic, and I said that in the other video that you want to, you can do, from here down or whatever. So your picture is very important. And then in your profile, you're going to do, so SLS, I'm going to go through SLS first. SLS has a great setup. So I think it says, let me sign in there real quick. Um, the profile says, oh my God, I just got a new computer, so bear with me for a second. Um, the profile says, it has about you. Hold on, let me get to my profile. I should have opened this up. My Mac is so tiny. So on my profile, it's for the club. The first thing that's in there is what you're looking for. Now, a lot of people put in there sex. Okay, granted you're looking for sex, but if there's somebody that's not looking for sex or they're looking more for connection first, you want to make sure that it's dual purpose. So you want your website to be dual purpose. So it's hitting some of the people that may not be interested in you just on a piece of paper, and people that will be attracted to you for what you say on a piece of paper. And that's basically what your profile is. It's a piece of paper. So what you're looking for, so basically what you're looking for is like-minded people. uh, these are some things that you can say. You don't have to, but I wouldn't put anything in there about sex. I would say like-minded people who are intelligent. They can hold a conversation. I'm looking for whatever you're looking for. If you're just looking to trade pics, put that in there. Not willing to, just the things that you're looking for, not what you're not looking for. Um, you basically put like something short. And then the next part on the SLS or swing lifestyle is your description. So your description is your description. So if you wanted what you look like, how tall are you, what color is your hair, what color is your eyes, what color is your skin. Description comes in, you want to use who, what, where, why, and when, and the five sensories: taste, touch, smell, the five senses. Hearing, seeing, touching, tasting, smelling, and your intuition. So those are the six senses that you really should be putting in your description. Um, for someone like me, if I were to write up a profile for my description, and it was my personal profile, I would put, I have red hair, I love high heels, I can get away without wearing any makeup, I love music, um, and maybe like the Piano Man, Billy Joel. Um, I'm eclectic in music. I love it from, the symphony all the way down to some rap, limited. Um, I love paintings and art and color and um, sights. I love nature. I love soft things, the way things feel, those types of things. Really get in there and draw those people in. Use all of your senses, and then when you're getting down, you really should put something about your intuition, your gut, how you feel about things. Don't do politics or religion. I try to stay away from political and religion when I'm talking about certain things. um, and then your description, then when you talk about yourself, how you look, how you feel, who you are, then you can go into your description of things that you like to do. You should have five descriptions of your looks, five descriptions of your personality, five descriptions of what you like to do, and five descriptions of what you have already done. So, um, personality, looks, um, what you like to do, what you have already done. And then you can also, if you wanted to, in this area, you can describe what you're looking for as far as relationships. If you're already in a relationship, you can describe that. You can describe the rules that you guys have, your negotiations, your hards, and your soft limits. And then just below that on swing lifestyle is the fantasies and real experiences. Now, this is so you really want to categorize it in the order that it is posted. So, fantasies: what are your fantasies? What do you want to do? What have you been curious about? And then your real life experiences. Now, you should have five fantasies. And when you update it, let's say like maybe you um, do a fantasy, then you should move it down to your real experiences. That's where the whole updating your profile comes into play. So you should have five things that are fantasies. Everybody can come up with five fantasies. And then real experiences, things that you would like to do, um, things that you have already done. Sorry. And then there's the additional comments, things, the additional comments and things to do, hear, or learn about. I like that they in Swing Lifestyle, that they did this additional comments and things to do, see, hear, or learn. That's all sensory, and they got four of your senses. So those, using your sensories as your guide, really is psychological. um it's a way to connect with people, and that's what these profiles are about. You want to make sure that you're connecting with people. Now, on when we go to, I'm gonna go to the FetLife now. So when we go to FetLife, I know FetLife because I freaking love FetLife. um I used to promote SLS a lot more than I do now. I love SLS, simply because I think that they have such a small crew and they do so many things. The problem that I have with SLS is, it's a much more dynamic platform to navigate on, and I think new people struggle on it, and that's where I have the greatest concern, because you have a lot of new people coming in and they just don't know how to use it. And I'm sorry, SLS, I love you guys, but do you guys have to charge for everything? Holy shit. I mean, I can understand that, but there's some things that you can't even see unless you pay a membership to them, and their membership is really, really reasonable. Um, I'm not saying that you can't make it work, and by all means, you should get membership because um, it's supporting the platform, and they really, really do so much. But I just I just wish that there was more content to the free people. I don't know. That's just me personally. Um, so they make a lot of money off of it. Anyways, I'm not going to complain about it, but I did. So my complaint is done. So now we're going to go to the FetLife profile. Um, I fucking love FetLife. I love FetLife because they have all these, it's like so user friendly. It's amazing. You can do so much with FetLife. It's a really amazing platform. Almost all of us are used to it already because it's very, very, it's almost an exact replica of Facebook, for crazy, kinky people. You have your avatar, you have your pictures, you have your videos, you have your name, and you have all these great descriptions like orientations. Um, are you active, what you're looking for, all these great things, and they have these amazing things that you can choose um, from top to bottom to dom to sub to pet to little to mommy to just these great. I would love it if they would, life. I would love it if you guys would put some more orientations on your thing. That would be fucking awesome if you could do like hetero flexible and stuff. I think and omnisexual and all these great new things that are coming about, um that people are identifying as. That's just one of the things that, but I do like that, you can do fluctuating and evolving, and there's just so many different ways that you can identify, and it's in this great little portion, and it's very color dynamic separations, which I really do enjoy, and they have a lot of content. I like that they separated the events and they're going to and stuff, so that's why I really like FetLife. So I personally think that everybody should have a account in your area's most popular swinger site, but everybody should have across the United States a FetLife account, because I just think it is an amazing platform. I just really love their platform. And I do web design and I'm all into coding and stuff, so I love that. So moving on. So the FetLife account, what it has, the only thing that I don't like about the FetLife account profile is the separation is not there like it is on SLS. Um, but I like that you can do coding to make it appear like you have that separation on your own, and then you can like that is one thing that I love about FetLife is their profiles are so customizable, and it's like a scrolling website, and it's just beautiful. I love that it's not very cluttered, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful platform. So when we go, if you guys ever get to go to my FetLife account, like I said, you should have a FetLife account. You're gonna to find me. You're gonna go into Wonderland Club, and it's New Mexico is the acronym Wonderland Club, and you'll see our profile. And basically, what FetLife has when you scroll down is they have an about me, and you can do whatever you want in there. What we set up was we did an about me, and then we just basically copied the website and provided these links to go into the website and just different stuff. But we did the about me, and then we did about us. Um, and the way that you can create these things. So when you first start out on the FetLife page, the only thing that they have is the about me, and then they have the latest activity, and then your fetishes. The rest of the stuff that we added that's in the red font, um, the about us, the what we offer, the contact us, the rules. We were able to safe, sane, and consensual. We were able to go in and with coding, um, we were able to create these separated platforms to match the FetLife's part about me. And it's basically, I think it's three hashtags in a row, and then you just put the word in, it'll put it in this same font. And so it matches up, and then they have these great lines. So, what do you need in your content? Well, I already talked about that in the SLS. You need um, your description, 5 things about your personality, 5 things about what you look like, all that stuff. I covered all that stuff. So it's not any different. The only thing that you're going to have to really do is you have to go in and create that separation yourself, which is great. So if you get a chance to go in and ask me, I will tell you exactly how I'll even help you write it up. Um, because I think a profile is like an amazing thing to have. Now, I was talking earlier about the activity. Now, if you get on your FetLife account and then you see this latest activity, it says, all of my friends that have that graciously sent me friend requests. Thank you, everybody. Or those people that I rarely send friend requests. But there's these people that I have found online that have totally piqued my curiosity. And that is one rule on the Wonderland profile is we can only send friend requests to people that we really just want to learn about, and that we're quite curious in. Something piqued our curiosity, and we wanted to share it with each other because the Wonderlands profile is accessed by four different people, because it is a club profile. So we send these great things to each other, talking about people in the community that we just really want to get to see. I want to make sure I'm looking at everything but myself because I hate looking at myself. So that's why I think, friend or follow. I really love sending people friend requests that we want to get to know, and I want to share with my board of directors and stuff. I think it's really good. And we talk about all kinds of things. So there is one thing that I think a lot of people do not include in their profile, and I really think it's important to include is your rules about consent, your structurization on your health as far as like STDs, if you have any. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't want to put that in my profile because it's going to deter people from writing to me." I think that, and that's totally up to everybody. Um, I think that it's important if you go and get tested regularly, like I get tested and I require condoms. I use dental dams. I think that that stuff is very, very important. Um, so I don't put my medical history on my profile, but um, I do make it, but only because I do make it very known that I take safety and consent and all these things very seriously. So um, I think everybody should have a where you stand on safe, sane, and consensual, or prick, or whatever platform you use for your negotiations. But I think everybody should have something on their profile about, do you use condoms? Do you use dental dams? Do you not use condoms? I always like it when profiles have that they require or that they're totally willing to do bareback under these circumstances or whatever. Just to be really careful, because some of the information that you put on things, some people can twist it and say that they do it one way, but when they actually don't. So just be careful. But I think that everybody should have something about their rules, their hard and soft limits, consent, negotiations, and stuff like that. I think that's really important. And then if you have an STD, if you want to disclose it, or if you even want to phrase it that you're herpes is one thing that people get in this lifestyle. If you're herpes friendly or whatever. I don't know. Um, guys, we really should be talking about STDs. That shouldn't. We really should be talking about that stuff. I know everybody's like, don't talk about herpes. We really should be talking about that. Um, I actually got an email from somebody that they said, what do you do about this? And I'm like, that's a conversation between two partners. So that's a way that you can kind of help that. So where I was talking about activity is life. So when you are in FetLife, it goes all your activities, and you should be, active, liking people's um, profile pics and writings and stuff. And then down below, your activity, there's this great thing, all these things that you're into, receiving, curious about, and you can put a bunch, so many. I think I have like 130, but it separates it what you're into. um, and there's like these crazy cute little things. They're not cute, but they're just like these descriptions. Chase me around and pin me down and fuck me, and just these cute little things. I think some of them are cute, but they're very, very interesting. And then there's things that you can put that they're curious about, like bondage, tape, domination, edge play, all of that stuff. So and then below that is your latest pictures, and if you go to the Wonderland, it's just um, our flyers. And then you have a wall, just like Facebook, where people can post stuff, and you can post letters to or little notes to each other for everybody to see, and they're super fun. And then if we scroll back up to the top, it's sectioned. Most websites are sectioned in three, so you have three different columns, and that makes it very cohesive. Facebook does it. It's a user-friendly platform. The algorithms on it are just these cohesively running things. So if you go over there and you look, it has like friends and followers, people that follow you or you follow and your friends. Because you can follow people, people can follow you, and you can also have supplements. And you can do that on Facebook too. I guess a lot of people don't know that you can follow people without being their friends. And then it has, things like events, organizing and events going to. And then right below that, there's this thing called writings. Everybody should be writing. I freaking so most people go to everybody goes to the profile pic first. I go to the profile pic first, and I but the next place that everybody should be going to is after you read the profile completely and entirely. is people's writings. You can put anything that you want here. You can do political views. I don't recommend political views, but you could, political views, religious views, whatever. Um, I do a lot of I do a lot of writing for Wonderland because I freaking love to write. I am a published author. Um, I just love, 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 love the fact that FetLife has. I fucking love FetLife so much. Um, I, my husband wrote something. It's funny. Um, I, I think that there are these great ways for people to get to know you interpersonally. And if you go to Wonderland's writings, we've definitely we've learned how to use coding very, very well. And you can also tell when somebody writes. There's different people that write on the Wonderland's uh, profile, and you can tell the difference between and Dustin and me and Dustin and Rose or Jess, the difference between, because some of us use coding and some of us don't, and it's great because you get to really. I guess we should probably start signing these, but you get to really look at um, people's thought process, which is fucking amazing. But you can do different things, like you can put you don't even have to write it, but always, if you don't write something, please make sure that you sign the author's name. Give them credit for their writing. That's my biggest pet peeve, is plagiarism. Write your own shit. um, if you don't write your own stuff, I always think of just Klein's playbook. Yes, Waterboy. Write your own stuff. Get, and if you don't, give the credit to the person that wrote it for sure, because I've had my words stolen and it is not a pretty thing. It's not fun for anybody. And then after that, I just fucking love the writing part. I just love it. And then you have groups that you lead, and then groups that you're members of. And I'm members of so many these wonderful, great, beautiful groups, these people that organize them that are amazing. I really like the Dallas groups. It's a great way, even if they're not in your area, it's a great way to meet other people and just have these wonderful conversations. I freaking love all of the Dallas and Amarillo groups. They have just these amazing people, and they have these amazing discussions. uh Utah too. God, Utah is so great. um I have They just have these amazing discussions, and it's well worth joining those groups even if you're never going to go there. They have these talks. It's just these great, great talks of um people talking about just different stuff, and I really like it. I love reading them. That's what I do on Sunday morning. I spend 2 or 3 hours on FetLife because I freaking just love reading everybody's things, what they have to say. And I love this one group. It's Subspace, what it is and how it feels like. And they just have these, they're very good at maintaining they're just really, really good at maintaining their group. And they have these amazing discussions about there's just one of the mini groups, and I think I'm like in 30 groups. And that's why I'm in groups, because I really like the discussion. I really love having these amazing discussions and seeing what people have to say and what they think. And I really have found that it helps me build the website and the club. So that's why I really like them. And that's why you guys are building these profiles, to pull people in and connect with them. And the more you write, the more connection you're going to have. And I know that not everybody loves, lengthy websites, not websites. I have a lot of shit content on my website. I love a lot of content, like, but you have to simplify it at the same time. So you want your profile to be dual purpose. Those people that just want very little, they want the most information. That's another reason why I think I like FedLife, because you can put a quick little your profile should be less than 800 words. More than that is too much. So keep in mind, there's this great program online. It's called the Word Counter, and it tells you exactly your longest sentence. There's so much that goes into building a website. Most of your sentences shouldn't be longer than 5 words. You should have 800 words. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh God, that's so much. And then some people are like, that's not enough. But psychologically speaking, 3 to 5 sentences. Make sure you do paragraphs, break up the space. All of that is important. You want to have less than 800 words simply because you want to make sure that you maintain the person's, for those people that don't need a lot of information, you want to make sure that it's broken up. And you can even do things like make links and stuff. You could even build yourself a website if you wanted to and just link it to those websites. That's what we did. We had to have a lot of content on our page because of the fact that we're a club, but you can link it to, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Snapchat, where people can get a hold of you and they can come into your everyday life. There's a way that you can give people a lot of information, but separating it. So I think that makes sense. So you really want your profile to be 800 words or less. And you want to make sure that you include links like into MeWe or into Snapchat, uh, Kick. Put your Kick profile up there. Um, all of that stuff. Oh, God. I'm still not used to this this computer. So definitely use this program online. It's called Word Counter.